Man, welcome to Preaching to the Choir. With me, Pastor Kevin K, one half of Preach Care, Preach with Rashad podcast. So we did this last week with the Spurs. Shout out to Rudy, DJ, and Rashad again. Rashad's supposed to join me in this one. He may or may not come on, but I have two other guests. Y'all know Austin from Hunt for the Prize. We do a fantasy show during the NFL football season, going over where to put your money at, trying to win some DraftKings money. So he's joining us. And I got Amber from Unwrapped Sports. She do a lot. I know a lot of OKC Thunder stuff, but no NBA. So hey, she decided to join us in here. So I'm going to bring them in, and then we're gonna get started. So Austin, welcome to the show, man.
What's up, man? How's it going? It's great to be back. It's been exactly 3 months since we've done a show, so let's talk some more football, man.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while. And welcome, Amber. How you doing?
Hello, my first time on, and I'm ready to get it rolling. I'll be back. I know I'll be back, so let's get it rolling.
Oh yeah, definitely. So hey, Preaching to the Choir, man. We doing the Patriots edition. So first off, the first big thing is Tom Brady finally says after what, 18, 19, how many years was it?
20
years. 20 years. That's over 90% of my life. He decided to call it quits, and he's going to head on to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First, we go right down the list. Austin first. So Tom Brady finally leaving and heading to Tampa Bay.
Well, I mean, all right, I was a little overzealous, but like on January 8th, I tweeted that if Tom Brady goes to the Bucs, he's going to win MVP. But that's just a little overzealous. But okay. Nah, he honestly might win Offensive Player of the Year. He'll be in the running for it.
I can agree with that. He's in the same conference with Drew Brees. That's going to be a battle 2 times a year. I'm looking forward to that. You also got Teddy Bridgewater. I think he'll do well in Carolina because they're going to base their offense off of completely running because you got Christian McCaffrey. Tom Brady has the weapons. I thought they would get Todd Gurley. Atlanta got him for 1 year. So yeah, Mike Evans, throwing the ball to Mike Evans, and Goodwin. Let's see if OJ Howard can get more involved in the offense with Tampa Bay, Bruce Arians. I wonder what they're going to do with Jameis Winston, though. That's a big, I wonder. He's still young. Jameis is still young.
I don't think he's going to have a job.
Those lot of picks. Oh, goodness, really? You don't think he's going to have a job? So
not
you mean to tell me, well, not a start. Okay. I was going to say.
Right.
Where could Jameis go?
I like 3 destinations. I like Pittsburgh because you don't know how long Big Ben is. And my thing about these quarterbacks is when they get a certain age, it's time. Sometimes you got to force them out to do it. And we'll talk about getting to this later about New England, but Big Ben, he's going to be on the way out at some point. So I feel like getting James behind that, that'd be a crazy locker room, QB locker room. But still, I think James behind that, I mean, gunslinger mentality, he can go right there and fit in. Mike Tomlin will hone him in a little bit. And I like the Saints as a backup with Drew Brees. Sean Payton is a guru, so it's not like he can go out there and go crazy. And then I thought, well, maybe like the Lions or a Dolphins team. It got to be a team where wherever he goes, he's not going to start, but he has the potential to be the starter in the future. Because like you said, he is young.
Yeah, he could go to Atlanta as well and do that.
That's true. I like that too.
Light a fire under Matt Ryan. So.
Yeah. I was telling Austin earlier. We were talking about this all season. How I was adamant about the Patriots should go ahead and push Tom Brady out. And I was saying the same thing for the Saints with Drew Brees, saying the same thing for Steelers and Big Ben, even Chargers with Phillip Rivers. And it's like it's not because like it's Tom Brady. It's like more like we have to plan for the future. And when somebody at age 43, how much does he have left? And I know a lot of Patriots fans or a lot of Tom Brady fans kind of get mad at the idea. I was like, well, if he wants weapons, but he also wants the money, how can New England do both? So it was his demands wasn't really pressing of what he could get there. And you can make the trades, like I know he wanted a D Hop or maybe a Diggs come there in the trade, but it's like how much would that be enough? Because at this point in Tom Brady's career, he's not the Tom Brady that you could just give him a receiving core and say, go do it because you're that great. He's at the age now where he's going to need the help. And I don't know. That's why I was like, Patriots, don't bring him back because you're just going to waste another year because you don't have the guys yet. Or you try with Josh Gordon, you try with AB, but now you just don't have the weapons anymore. So it's like, and Tom Brady's not going to extend the weapons. He's not going to make the guys that much better like he used to when you had the Wes Welkers and even Edelman to an extent. So he don't have those guys anymore. He didn't have Gronk, don't have other players. So it's like, man, how much can he do at 43? So I was kind of glad Patriots did let him. I don't know that he let him go and let himself go, but I mean, for both guys involved, Patriots and Tom Brady, I think the right decision was made.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. It's like the arguments we always had, I always saw it as a Patriots thing rather than a Tom thing. Because now that Tom has the weapons, I feel like he's going to be able to do like what he was doing before. But you're completely right. He's not the same. I'm going to take these garbage cans of quarterbacks and make this team go to the Super Bowl. But I heard one of the clauses in his contract is or one of the like. Well, I don't think it's a clause in his contract, but one of the things he wanted when he got signed is whoever he wants signed, that team like needs to try to recruit AB.
Interesting.
Because he wants to play with Antonio Brown. So you have AB, Godwin, Mike Evans, and OJ Howard with Tom Brady at quarterback.
That would be crazy to have to see. I would not like it for fantasy reasons, but it's another story.
Oh yeah, you would hate it. You would hate it. You have Evans.
I low key already don't like Tom Brady going there because I needed Jameis Winston to throw the ball 500 times and throw it to Godwin. That's all I cared about.
So what you're telling me is trade for Ronald Jones?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think OJ Howard's potential will be shown this season. I just don't think he got enough targets. I don't know if it's his communication with Jameis on the field, on the routes, because routes are all about timing. I don't know what it was, but I just expected OJ Howard to be this offensive force when he came to the NFL. I really did. Watched him in college in Alabama. I said, okay, he's going to offense. Jameis can sling it. He just can sling it to the other team as well. So that's always an issue. But I'm really big on OJ Howard. I think he has a lot of potential. I think when him and Tom Brady get that verbiage down, Tom Brady has his own kind of verbiage. I think once he picks that up with Tom Brady, I really think we can see OJ Howard, hot take, become a Pro Bowler type tight end. Hot take. But it could be possible.
Okay, now you're absolutely right, though, because now you have a two tight end set that he's familiar with, back in New England. Because you also got Cameron Brate there. So yeah, and I don't know what the deal with Jameis Winston because as far as like not throwing to OJ Howard because he loved Cameron Brate. I couldn't tell you how many times where me and Austin was robbed picking Godwin, Evans, anybody, and Brate came with 3 touchdowns.
I had Brate in fantasy one year, so I understand that.
Like he'd be like, man, you this guy he get 2 catches a game and got 2 touchdowns. Come on,
he threw 2 touchdown passes to Cameron Brate on the same drive this year.
Right, call back, yeah. So yeah, I mean, the tight end spot. I think I'm not sure if you think about his decisions where he was trying to go, like. All the teams that needed a quarterback, like the Colts, I know he wasn't going there because of Peyton Manning, but they had a Jack Doyle. You got the Chargers who franchise tag Hunter Henry. So and then now with Tampa Bay with OJ Howard and Cameron Brate, I felt like wherever he was going to go, he was going to have that tight end. I feel like for him now, and especially now at the age of 43, this is the time that he needs that tight end, and really he needs the running back, which kind of surprised me that 2 guys that was on the market. David Johnson in trades, he didn't go there, and Todd Gurley, who was a free agent. I thought those 2 guys may end up in Tampa Bay in that system, But because I don't know how good, how great do we say Rojo is, with Tom Brady in the passing game, and we know that's not Peyton Barber's game. So, with going from James White to Rojo and Peyton Barber, that's going to get some used to, because I don't know. I feel like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin have to change their game up a lot because they're more down the field guys. And Bruce Arians, there's no way he asked Tom Brady to throw the ball down the field like that all the time. So,
Right. But
so
Brady's always going to put the ball in the right spot, so they don't have to do that. Brady's going to help them make the play for them. He's going to put it in the right spot. That's something Jameis could never do. And for OJ Howard, I feel like it will be a breakout season for him. But it all depends on if Tampa Bay can continue to build their offensive line. Because if they can get OJ Howard like running a route instead of blocking over half the time, then he can definitely like put some work in on the offense.
They signed an offensive tackle, didn't they? Either today or yesterday.
Today.
Yeah. Okay, because they signed. So many things have been happening. I've been retweeting, and I was like, I can't keep up. I'm trying to get stressed. And I'm like, okay. I stay up. Amari Cooper got signed like overnight, and I'm like, when did this happen? So I'm like, oh.
Right.
Yeah.
I get you.
They were waiting for Brady to ink the deal, and once he did, whoever wants to play with Brady is going to go there. So.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead.
How many picks does Tampa Bay have in this year's draft?
I'm not quite sure. I know they have a top 15 pick, number 14 to be exact. Where a lot of people was rumored them to get a quarterback. Obviously, don't need it now. But you may see a rise in tackles. Like you have your big 4 or 5 tackles that's going early, but Tampa Bay may do some extra work and be like, okay, we need to protect Brady at all costs. So let's go. I mean, it may be a reach, but they still might do it. And you got like Josh Jones. You got the tackle from USC. So they got options to help on that line. I think the defense is coming around with Todd Bowles and with Brady. I mean, like I mentioned last night on the podcast, I was like, the difference between a Brady and a Winston. Instead of Winston throwing the ball to the other team and they going down the field, when Brady gives the ball to the other team, it's going to be a punt, and the offense got to work harder. So I feel like the defense is going to be in better positions all the time. Tom Brady gonna put them in the best position to succeed. So you might see a 7-9 team, Buccaneers team, go to 10-6 with Brady, and that's just because he's more conservative versus what Jamie Winston brings. So when did y'all realize that Tom Brady might actually leave?
Oh, go ahead, Austin. It hurts too bad.
Wait, that he might leave?
Like when all the rumors about him may or may not come back to New England. Like, well, when did you realize? Oh, he actually might be out the door.
It was this season. It wasn't like there was always that tension between him and Bill. I just always thought it was going to be Brady over Bill because of him and Kraft's relationship. But Brady saw himself out. Because I feel I'm happy for Tom Brady. He put himself into a better position because the Patriots weren't putting like things around him.
Definitely, I agree.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna go Jimmy Garoppolo situation. I'm gonna fast forward to Jimmy Garoppolo situation. Bill Belichick did not want to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't care what anybody says. He did not want to get rid of Jimmy G. And so the fact that I think Robert Kraft probably put him in a position like, okay, I want Tom. Let's see what we can do. We got the defense because their defense was great this year. Great.
Mm-hmm.
We got the defense. But now look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He has that same kind of defense in San Francisco. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when you look at it, I look at it real deep. But I'm going to go Jimmy Garoppolo. I think when Bill Belichick was put in that position, because they got, a second rounder for Jimmy Garoppolo, right? A second rounder.
Yeah.
John Lynch has done a great job. Shout out to John Lynch, doing a great job as GM for San Francisco 49ers. But I think it all started with the Jimmy Garoppolo situation. And then I think Tom Brady saw the light. I think that's when he saw the light. I think they gave it another run because they knew how good their defense was going to be. And then when they started re-signing all the defensive players, both McCourty brothers, and re-signing those defensive players that let Jimmy Collins walk, it just became one of those deals. Like I was like, okay. So probably it didn't hit me until I saw the Instagram post when I woke up the next morning and saw the Instagram post. And that's when it kind of hit me like, okay, Tom Brady's really gone. I said, I had a hot take. I said he would stay, but I kind of thought about it. I said, how does he stay? He's been hit. He got hit last year more times than he ever got hit in his career. I think the Patriots were just ready to move on. I don't know how good Jarrett Stidham's going to be. I liked him at Auburn, but I just don't know how good he's going to be. Josh McDaniels can probably do something with that. But what receivers are you going to have? I heard Dorsey's on the block. Edelman will still be there, but Edelman's getting older. He got in a lot of injuries last year. So we just have to see how that goes. But it didn't hit me, honestly, until Monday. I'm not going to lie. Monday, when they started re-signing those defensive players, and I think it was rumored that they were only going to offer Tom Brady, 17 million or 13 million a year or something like that. And I think he wanted 30 to 20 to 30. That's when it kind of hit me. And I said, okay, I think it's over. And then I woke up, saw the Instagram post, and I was like, yeah. So that's when it hit me.
Do y'all think, okay, so in this as far as the next step for New England, which everybody knows is pinpoint to the quarterback. So you mentioned Jarrett Stidham. There's been rumors about trading for Andrew Dalton. They even had rumors about Jameis Winston or Cam Newton. Now, what do y'all think? What do y'all think is the best direction as far as quarterback concerns? Do you think it's just better off to just go with Jarrett Stidham? He's been in the system for a year. He got Josh McDaniels, one of the best offensive minds in football. And yes, he still don't have the weapons like that, but it's like, well, you got Harry, he's gonna be in the offensive of the year. You still got Edelman, who's a good route runner. And you got the draft coming up, so we don't know exactly what you're going to get. But with that being said, like, where do y'all see the direction going at QB?
I feel like if anything, we're gonna go I feel like our coaching staff definitely likes Stidham this year. I read something earlier that we are unlikely to go after Jameis. If anything, I feel like if anyone could get anything out of Cam Newton, it would be Josh Daniels and Bill Belichick. But personally, I want to tank and get the number 1 pick next year and get and get Sunshine from Clemson.
Sunshine.
I mean, but you think y'all can take that far though?
Oh, absolutely.
That defense really had to get work. That's a lot of time.
Who do we have on offense? How are we going to score points?
I don't know.
Exactly. You can't win a football game scoring 0.
I mean, I understand that. In today's NFL, you really have to have your offense really has to at least put up 20 points a game in order to win, no matter how good your defense is. I understand that. It is a changing of the guard. Offense does win games in today's NFL. I agree. The Patriots kind of proved that this year when they struggled against Tennessee at home on offense. But Tennessee had a good, but that's neither here nor there. Stidham can use his legs. I want to see what Josh McDaniels can do with a mobile quarterback. That'll be very interesting. But I think Jameis could do well in Josh McDaniels' system. He's just going to have to be pay more attention to detail. That's what made Tom Brady so great. He paid attention to detail. He watched a lot of film. I'm not saying Jameis doesn't do that, but some of his reads and some of his throws, you see the safety come up in the box. You know if it's single high, if you know they're in the 2 deep zone. You know this, and I'm calling it out. I'm looking. I'm like, okay, Jameis, I'm a female, and I don't really study. Well, I do kind of study football. Let me say that, but I'm looking straight at the defense, Jameis. Okay, the safety's coming in the box. Okay, they got 8 men in the box. What are you gonna do? Where's your hot read? Where's your first read? Where's your second read? Which gap is your running back on blocking? Is he gonna pick up that inside linebacker coming in the A gap? Like, you have to. It's just certain things and intricacies people don't really look into and understand. I think Jameis needs to kind of understand that better because Tom Brady knew. He knew. He might have had a play called in the huddle. He's like, okay, I'm audible to this. So Jameis could really flourish under McDaniels if he just understands the verbiage and kind of studies more. I want to see what McDaniels can do with a mobile quarterback. Stidham is mobile. He was mobile at Auburn. So I'm kind of interested to see what the Patriots do. And the draft is coming up. So that'll be huge.
I just don't think Jameis could fit our system. We don't have that. Besides N'Keal Harry, we don't have that big play guy he can just chuck it up to. So I don't feel like how he would be able to fit into that system. I feel like he definitely has potential, and I feel like the best thing I read over the offseason for Jameis is that he got eye surgery because my man's could not see. Like,
throw it.
If I can see it, if I can see it from my television, I'm looking like Jameis. Don't throw that. Don't throw that.
I got my Jameis Winston face going. Hey, I think the guy's crazy. I mean, I like Jameis. He just has a crazy floor and a crazy ceiling. He might be a top 5 quarterback on any given Sunday, but then again, he may be the worst quarterback on any given Sunday, and that's just too unpredictable. And that's why he's going to take this big humble slice of pie and have to be a backup. But I mean, I really don't know the Patriots direction. I want to say Dalton only had like maybe 1 year left.
Yeah.
But you can get you a guy. I mean, now don't kill me, also, because I know you hate him. But you can go get a Joe Flacco for 1 year.
I would rather have
Joe.
If you want to lose, you get Joe Flacco.
If I want to lose, I'm getting Joe Flacco every single day of the week.
Oh my goodness, he said Joe Flacco.
because I mean I understand the Stidham part, but it's like
I'll go Brock Osweiler.
But I understand the Stidham part. But yes, you can throw him out there and see if he is the guy. But it's like I don't think they put all their chips in Stidham. I don't know. I don't think they will. It's possible. It's rumors said that they like him, but I don't know.
Could it be like not a Daniel Jones situation, but kind of a Daniel Jones situation? The Giants took a huge leap on Daniel Jones. Eli's beloved in New York, right? Mm-hmm. Beloved in New York. They took everybody was like, who? Even Louis Riddick was like, you drafted Daniel Jones? You know, if Louis Riddick says something, I really listen because he knows his stuff. Yeah. So you draft Daniel Jones and everybody's scratching their head, and then Eli goes to the bench, and what does Daniel Jones do?
I mean, he has some good games. Yeah,
he played pretty decently. So could it be the situation where people are like, who? But you learn it from Tom Brady. You know, you learn from Tom Brady. You're with Josh McDaniels, which is a better offensive coordinator, which they had in New York. He's mobile. I don't think Josh McDaniels, Brady. No, I don't think he's had a mobile quarterback. Has Josh McDaniels ever had a mobile quarterback?
Yeah, Tebow. You talk about mobile.
Okay, he had Tebow's more like a bulldozer plane. We're not going to get into Tebow, but Stidham's he's slimmer. He's more athletic. I want to see what he can do with that. Maybe get him another receiver. See who you can get in the draft. Deep receiver class. So let's see. Very deep.
I expect the Patriots to draft at least 2 or 3 receivers in this draft. Like, and because you got to maybe you draft 3 and you hope 1 pop. That's really all you need. So yeah. I mean, yeah. Now that Brady left, I feel like I shouldn't have paid Edelman this money. He should.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do now? Like he don't have Tom Brady for give him the ball 10 times a game.
They're gonna run like 10 sweep plays. He's gonna have like 70 yards rushing a game.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Michelle was a pass catching back in college. Him and Chubb was the runner. He was the guy who catches the ball. What happened to that in New England? Like he never go. I mean, I know that's James White role, but it's like when Michelle's on the field, it's a run. Like he don't get the.
It's because that's the Patriots system. Like everyone has their role.
That's fine. That's fair thing. Okay, so all right. So we saw Kyle Van Noy leave. We see Jamie Collins left. Both of them got paid. The McCourties are back. You franchise tag Thuney, brought him back.
Shelton
left. Him and Jamie Collins must call each other and said, let's go to the same team, to the Lions.
Let's go Matt Patricia.
Right.
Let's go Matt Patricia. Let's go.
Let's go. Same scheme, same everything.
We're familiar.
Right, yeah.
I know you're mad. I know you're mad about that.
The Lions have been doing well. I'm kind of upset a little bit, but that's a different story another time. So all right, so you got I really don't know. Like Calvin Noy played a big part. So did Jamie Collins. Now they were playing on a cheap role. So it's like I don't know if Bill Belichick can find these guys right away to replace them. But you got McCourty. You got one of the best secondaries in the league with Gilmore on one side, all pro corner, and you got the two McCourties back there. So you got the players in the secondary. You still got what's the name? What's the linebacker?
Hightower
still in the middle. So so you got that on lock. Now this D line is pass rush. Do y'all think it's going to fall off? Because I feel like the way to stay competitive, if you're not going to score a lot of points, you gotta stop teams from scoring. Now with all defenses, they always regress. We've seen the Vikings in Jacksonville 2017. That season to 18 wasn't as great. You've seen the Bears from the year before, then to this year, they wasn't as great. So the Patriots teams who were shutting everybody down, now how can they still perform when you're losing the Van Noys and the Collins of the world, and when you don't have Tom Brady back there to the last game with the drive, when you might have to be the one in the field to make the stand. Are y'all worried about the defense? Are you worried about because we don't score no points? This defense can it stand its ground?
I mean, I'm not worried about the secondary, of course, but I'm definitely worried about our run defense. I mean, the Patriots aren't really known to be a pass rushing team, but I don't know. I'm scared for the run game. I feel like teams are just going to be able to run all over us, and then we're not going to be able to put up points. So I don't know. We have to see for the rest of free agency. It's hard to speculate right now, honestly.
I agree with you. They know you can't throw the Gilmore side, so that cuts off half the field on that realm. But if your front seven can't get to the quarterback, your back four can create turnovers. A back five, you run a nickel, whatever. They can create turnovers, but can they create turnovers in order to put the offense in position to score? You know what I'm saying? Can you create turnovers and return it to the plus 50? You got a great kicker in Gostowski. He can kick. So if you can create those turnovers and kind of put your offense in a better position, that might work. But the front seven is in question. Unlike with Philly. Philly has a pretty good front seven, but that back end they just got Darius Slay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I know they kind of.
I'm not like that. I'm a Vikings fan. I'm a Vikings fan. Lions doing too much work. That's all.
Okay.
we made fun of that Philly secondary all season long.
Yeah.
Definitely. So now I'm a little mad a little bit about that.
Yeah,
we were like, oh. Go ahead, my bad.
Oh, you're fine. That front seven worries me. So we're gonna have to get receivers in the front seven in the draft. Yeah.
Now you did sign Bo Allen from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was a good part of that run defense. That run defense was one of the best in the league last year. Mm-hmm. So you did bring him over. Now, I mean, he's gonna replace Danny Shelton. Obviously, it might be the same thing. So. But those edges is where I'm worried about, because Calvin Noah did wreak havoc a lot last season, and Bill Belichick, man, if you got, I think you got to be like a team captain, future Hall of Famer, also like a son to me to get paid because and you have to be the best at your position, because you've seen Richard Seymour's. At a certain point, he kept coming back, but then he got traded. Ty Law, same thing. Everybody finally, Vrabel and Teddy Bridgewater lasted long.
Jamie Collins the first time around.
Yeah, so it's like you got to be elites of the world. Now Chandler Jones he might have made a mistake on that. I would say he did, because Chandler Jones left and still dominating. So usually he traded the year too early for us, too late. But Chandler Jones is still one of the best top 5 pass rushers in the game. But outside of that, he usually make the right call. Which is why I think he made the right call with this Tom Brady thing. I wasn't on the Max Kellerman list of the cliff, but I was more like this is a slope. I want, like, it's going to come down at some point. Now he did win another Super Bowl. Within those last 3 years, he did win with the 2. Really shouldn't have beat Atlanta, but that's Atlanta just sorry. So that's just
3.
With the 3, shouldn't have won 2 and should have won the other. But either way, he won them all, whatever. But I knew it was going to be some kind of heel, and I think that the timing was just bad as far as like Jimmy G. We talked about him earlier. I feel like if he had came maybe a year or 2 later, then I think Bill Belichick would have forced Kraft and be like, hey, it's either me or Tom Brady because this guy here could be the guy. And like you said, the defense, he had a great defense. Jimmy G's able to get you to the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying, obviously we're not saying that he's on Tom Brady's level. We're the same thing for Jarrett Stidham. He might not be on Tom Brady's level, but what he's going to be asked to do if he is a starter might just be what y'all did last year. You know what I mean? Like it's not a far-fetched idea saying he can get you 22 touchdowns and 8 picks if he's a conservative guy. So the running game has to be on point. That's why I think they had to bring Thuney back. You had to do that because you knew we might lose Tom Brady, so we have to bring one of the best guards back in the league. So this offensive line can get back healthy because that's what the problem was last year. I think you lost your center last year. Isaiah Wynn really had never been recovered yet. But if you get the offensive line to be right back where it was, there's no reason why Michelle shouldn't be back to a top 15 back. You've got James White who can be a dominant force in the passing game. And even your breakheads. And you drafted Damian Harris, who I'm waiting to see on the field anyway. So I feel like this team is going to go run first and trust the defense. That's what they have to do.
Yep.
It's kind of like, man, the Patriots had to revert to, like my Vikings with Teddy Bridgewater back in the day. The Buffalo Bills kind of like now a little bit. Those type of teams, the Broncos, those type of teams where, that if your run game and your defense don't show up, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah. I'm really eager to see Stidham. I really am. I want to see how.
You kind of talked me into him.
I did.
Yeah.
I watched him in Auburn. I did. I watched him in Auburn. I like him in Auburn. Now they got a good guy, a phenomenal freshman in Bo Nix, but I really liked him in Auburn. He was mobile. He could move. Let's see how he just fits in with Josh McDaniels. I really want to see that. I'm really eager to see that. He had a year to sit behind Brady, so let's just see. He had a great coach in Auburn. So, and these colleges are running pro-style offenses anyway. Now the verbiage might be a little different, might be a little bit more difficult, but they're going to dummy it down a little for him.
Oh,
they're going to have to.
Yeah. Tom Brady mastered that thing, and he was there for 20 years.
Yeah,
yeah.
because Tom Brady wink his eye and everybody know what route to run. I mean, it's not going to be like that,
right.
But it's going to take some time. But I'm really eager to see. They're young. They're still relatively young on offense, set up besides Edelman, So we'll just have to see. I'm interested though, very interested. Whenever the NFL league is able to start,
right?
We're gonna get our preseason games in office, in August. So I just want to see who they draft and where they go. Who they draft is going to tell how they're going to build their team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Austin, if you got one wish, Austin, as far as like what you looking for the rest of the offseason, what is it? As far as like what is sign somebody, trade for somebody, draft somebody?
We need more weapons on offense. We just need to start building the weapons around whoever we have at quarterback, whether it be Stidham or we try to draft someone next year or this year, anything like that. We just need weapons on offense, and then I feel like everything else will fall into place. Because I'm worried about our defense, but if, like I said before, if we can't put up points, we really can't do anything.
Right, it don't matter. Yeah. I mean, because you got Bill Belichick, one of the best defensive mind in the game right now. So it's like you got to trust the fact that he knows what he's doing on that end. So now, okay, so who's the receiver? So y'all did pick up Damiere Byrd, speedster from Arizona Cardinals, so that can be a good guy to stretch the field. Dorset is a free agent, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Dorset, he was a
so you got Harry and Edelman. Is that it? As far as receivers?
Besides tight ends, and I don't even know if Ben Watson's probably not going to come back. So who do we have? Matt Lacoste?
Yeah, Ben Watson retired twice, didn't
he? Yeah, he's like, I'm out. Yeah.
He needs to go. He needs to go to the house.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that y'all didn't get a tight end yet. Like, I mean, I know that Austin Hooper and all them guys wouldn't come unless Brady was there, but I mean, Ebron just got on the market. He chose Pittsburgh Steelers. And I mean, obviously, right now you probably will too, Big Ben over whoever the quarterback is on the Patriots. But I'm kind of surprised that y'all wasn't really more dabbling into the tight end market. Even bringing a Jason Witten who left Cowboys. I mean, anything, you know what I'm saying? But I thought y'all be more active on that end. And you got all these receivers just chilling on the free agent market, and but to me that's more due to how great this draft class is. So, like I said, I think Patriots should draft 2 receivers and probably sign one. I don't know who it would be. I don't think a guy like Sanders comes because he don't want to play with Stidham or whatever. So I think everything's probably predicated around who y'all want at quarterback.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm kind of nervous about the draft just because historically we've never been good at drafting wide receivers.
Y'all really be trash. Y'all be drafted.
Don't remind us.
Who is Aaron Dobson? Is he in the league? Like,
y'all got a lot of receivers. I remember one draft like maybe like 08 or something. Like Bill Belichick missed on his first and second round pick. Like, they was bad. I'm talking about 1-2 years they out league. So,
but do you think?
I forgot.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
I was just going to say we forgot about our best wide receiver, our captain Matthew Slater.
Oh man, get out of here! I don't know Slater be running routes. He just.
But do you think because you can miss? Like, do you think the misses are more because they can't learn the offense? Because Chad Johnson said that offense is difficult, or do you think it's difficult? Or do you think the miss is just because they just didn't have the talent or the work ethic?
I would say the offense and the work ethic part, because when you draft a receiver high, it's like, I mean, even Harry, like he was out the whole season. I don't know why when he came back, obviously it took you a while to get your feet under you after injury, but it's like you should be knowing these routes by now. You had nothing else to do but watch game tape.
Yeah,
nothing else to do. Like, so I mean, I think it is the offense to a degree, but I mean, at some point, I mean, they grown men getting paid millions of dollars. You should be in that playbook all the time. Like I said, especially when you hurt, you should be in the element's ear all day long. Hey man, you know what? This and this. You got veterans there. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it is hard to understand that system, but then again, you get paid for it.
Yeah, because drafting, as you can see, John Elway example, drafting a quarterback isn't easy.
No.
He's missed. Let's see what Drew Lock can do. He showed some promise last year. But about that Emmanuel Sanders, it's rumored that he might sign with the Cowboys. It's a rumor.
Yeah, I heard Cowboys. I heard something else. I heard something else too. But he go Cowboys. They just trying to cheat. They ain't got a quarterback paid yet. Anyway.
Don't remind me about the Dak situation. I don't understand why they won't pay Dak.
I bet New England pay Dak.
I bet they would.
Justin Davis and Dak would be great together.
Is that a hot take? Are you going to put that out there as a hot take?
I mean, I wouldn't do. It wouldn't happen now because Tom Brady was in Bucks, but it would only have happened if Tom Brady went to the Cowboys. They probably did some kind of trade or something.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like the receivers is a big part because you can trust Bill Belichick on the defense to, replace the guys he missed. He always seemed to do that. So, going with that track record, it should be fine. He lost Chandler Jones. Boom, you got other guys. Kai Van Noah, Trey Flowers, he gone, and then you got Kai Van Noah doing what he did last year. So it's always guys to replace and make up, and that's his system over there to do your job. So on the offensive side, it is going to be hard, but I think this is the time to go run heavy. Trust that Michelle Nees is right. Trust that. I mean, you drafted Damian Harris, what, third round?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, third round.
So it's time to trust that. I mean, that's kind of high to me. So I know he had like blocking issues, I believe, but I mean, you got to get him on the field. You wasted a third round pick on him, so let's get him out there and having a state of flow of running backs behind the offensive line, staying healthy, and James Devlin back. Like this team need to be a top 5 rushing attack, and if that happens, I mean, insert quarterback could do just enough.
Game manager, in a sense.
Yeah. I would say a game manager probably. That's why people think Andy Dalton is rumored to come there because he's a good game manager. So I mean, everybody that's been linked there was a game manager. Even like Teddy Bridgewater, who was linked to going to New England, game manager. You don't need somebody to take all the shots and all the risks, which is why nobody they won't take the chance on Winston. They won't take the chance on Cam Newton either. So, you gotta get somebody who just game manage and hope the weapons that you get hit.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind getting Andy Dalton, man. Like if you can give Andy Dalton a good offensive line and a good defense, he like the 1 year he had that in Cincinnati, he was a top 5 quarterback. So like if they give Andy Dalton and give weapons around him, like I feel like it wouldn't be a bad situation. I would honestly be for that.
I like Andy. Go ahead.
The thing that kind of just a little bit, I like Andy Dalton too. Like him at TCU. I just want to see if he can stay healthy a little bit more. I know, your offensive line has a lot to do with that. Your coach is putting you in difficult situations, has something to do with that. He can sling it though. Andy Dalton can sling it. I mean, when AJ Green is healthy, I mean, he slings it. He can sling it. So that'll be interesting to see him in Josh McDaniels' offense as well. I wouldn't mind that either. Somebody with some experience and things like that, I wouldn't mind that at all. And
the Bengals, they're going to have to move. I mean, you don't have to. Having Joe Burrow and having Dalton together, when you combine their contracts, won't be more than, what Jimmy G or Kirk Cousins make. So it's not like you have to trade Dalton away. But they probably will. They probably will do that. And, I mean, I don't know what the asking price would be. But, I mean, his contract is very reasonable. I think like $18, $19 million. And, I mean, it's a quarterback, so you might have to give him like a third or something like that. But, I mean, I don't think that would be a bad move to do, especially with all the picks that y'all be getting from compensating, letting everybody walk away. Y'all think y'all smart. Bill know what he doing. Bill know what he doing.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. If Tom Brady's price tag was too high, will Andy Dalton's price tag be too high?
Nah, he's that tier down where he's gonna, as a starter, $20 million is probably where he's gonna be. Okay. Probably in that range where he's gonna be that bridge quarterback. So I think that's the role he's gonna be in the rest of his career. So I mean that's not bad now. When the markets keep going up, that's not bad at all. But I knew Tom Brady when Tom Brady demands were I need me weapons, but I'm not gonna take no discount. And I was like, well, what kind of money y'all got over there? Because you got to pay the McCourties. You had. I know Thune was on the market. I actually was surprised that you did franchise tag him, but you had to pay him, and you had a lot of free agents. So I just knew that probably wasn't an option to do both. Not both not to get a guy of superstar caliber and pay Tom Brady. You probably could have got a cheap AJ Green though, maybe just because of how that goes.
I don't want AJ Green. I'm good on that. He's
yeah, I think he's on the way down.
Yeah, he is.
Those injuries, man.
They add up bad. Yeah. All right, last thing we get into. Who will be more successful in 2020? I know Austin wants to do the tank mode. I don't think y'all can take it that far from 12, 13 wins a year to you got to be less than 4. I don't know if y'all can do it, especially your division, which is not the greatest, but it's not the. I don't think it's the worst anymore. But
you said Dolphins coach is going to be coach of the year, so.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with the fans this year.
Okay, they've done a lot of things this year. They've done a
lot of work. But do you think the Bucks would be more successful, or not even Bucks, however long he has left, whether it's 1 year or 2 years, versus what Bill Belichick would do the next 2 years?
Oh, it's Brady all the way.
I would have to agree.
Because I think Bill wants to prove to y'all, not to y'all, I'm saying like in general, because to me, NFL is coaching. Like every other sport is predicated on having that superstar. In basketball, you can just have LeBron James and you're gonna win. So, but in football, like I want everybody to pay attention to this. Watch the Texans still win games without D-Hop. No matter if you think D-Hop is one of the best receivers in the game, they're still going to win games. They got Deshaun Watson. They got Bill O'Brien. No matter what you want to say about him as a GM, as a coach, he will always be 9-7. That is what he is. He's a slightly above average coach, and so he's going to win them games. So Bill Belichick is going to prove. He's going to prove that I don't need Tom Brady. Now, will he win six Super Bowls? Of course not. But I think to me, I can say that he probably got 2 or 3. I don't think he would have got the Falcons one or probably the Seattle one, just because Tom Brady had made some great plays in that one. But early in Tom Brady's career, I think any type of game manager defense he had was destined to win that. Maybe Tom Brady gave him that spark too with Drew Bledsoe got hurt, but either way, I think Bill Belichick wants to prove to the world that it's me, not him. And I'm not saying that that's his ego talking, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like when y'all be hip, link that to hip is like, okay, can I do it on my own? And I think he want to prove that, no matter what.
Yeah, I agree with that but Tom Brady just has too much around him in Tampa. That's why I think Bill might be. That's why I think Bill he might be aggressive. Like I don't know. I think he might be aggressive at this trade, like at the draft and stuff, because he knows that too, and he knows that he can't let Tom Brady go out there and win the Super Bowl year one.
I don't think it's going to be this year. I don't think it's going to be this year, because if I'm thinking back, I feel like so over the long run, I don't know if he's going to really care about it, but I'm pretty sure not this year, but next season in 2021, I'm pretty sure we play the NFC South. So that it's going to be Bucks versus Patriots.
Yeah. Hey, I would say this. I know the Bucks not going to win the Super Bowl this year, so Bill Belichick should be okay. The reason I'm saying that is Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay. The team never make it, so therefore, next season, 2021, when Patriots relapse and get regroup and get all their stuff back, maybe we might see a Pats versus Bucks Super Bowl. That headline would be so crazy. I would love to see that.
But I don't think the Patriots I think they might be the third best team in their division, because you got the Dolphins, you got the Bills.
Yeah,
you probably got the Patriots.
I would say this earlier.
I would say this. So as far as if you just sit down and look at all the teams, you have the top 2 quarterback in the division, or you have a top 2 coach in the division, you usually find yourself in the playoffs. Now you have the outlier years where your defense is too great to be stopped, or you may have that special year from somebody, whatever it is, or you might catch a lucky break with scheduling. But you can look at like something simple, the AFC West, right? The Chiefs and all of them. Andy Reid's the best coach, and Mahomes the best quarterback by far. Chiefs are all in the playoffs, as long as those two are together. Now, who makes it after that? Can you say John Gruden is better than Vic Fangio? Can you say he's better than Anthony Lynn? I don't know. But now that Phillip Rivers is gone, with Tyrod, who's in Oakland, Derek Carr, and then you got the Broncos, Drew Lock. We don't know who's the second best quarterback in the division. So those teams are going to be wild card. But the Chargers roster with the defense, they had to be great on paper. It's great. I see with the Patriots, like, okay, Bill Belichick is the greatest coach in that division by far. It's not even close. And when it comes to offensive coordinator, it's not close. So yes, the Bills, the Dolphins are doing great work. I love the Bills. I think the Bills are great. I love the Dolphins too. But is the Tom Brady gap, him leaving, is that gap of quarterback so far away? Is Josh Allen or Ryan Fitzpatrick that far ahead of X player, whoever in New England?
Well,
what if you get
Tua? Someone.
Just as we said that. Yeah. What if you get Tua in Miami? I mean, they've done. I think Miami is wanting to draft a quarterback by what they've done in the offseason already. I think they're like, okay, let's go. We're going all in. We're spending money. They are spending money in Miami. Goodness.
They are. Now, but I was saying, like, even if they get Tua or Ryan Fitzpatrick, whoever the quarterback is, how much of a gap is that gap able to cover up the loss of Tom Brady? I don't know yet. Like whoever it is, if they get Andy Dalton, Dalton might be the best quarterback in the division. It's possible. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible. At least it's debatable.
Yeah.
So,
we're just gonna have to see how Josh Allen has progressed. His progression is gonna be key. Of course, you got Stephon Diggs now. You got some weapons now. We're gonna have to see about that. Fitzpatrick, the Fitz Magic. I think Tua's gonna come in and win their starting job eventually. It might be a Baker Mayfield situation where Baker played behind Tyrod, and then the fans just force Baker in. Like they might just in. Because last year it was tank for Tua. It was a tank for Tua. I mean, that was a real hashtag. That was a real thing.
Tank for Tua, bomb for Burrow.
Yep. That was a real thing. So we're just gonna have to see. This draft is gonna be quite interesting. But I like what Miami has done so far. I really do.
The Bengals definitely tank, like on purpose. Like you put Ryan Finley in.
Hey, shit. Hey, don't be questioning the Bengals, man. They got their own problems to worry about.
I drafted Ryan Finley in Dynasty because there was no one else.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But all right, so y'all both agreed that the Bucs will be more successful next season, but 2021 could be something different. So
it's going to be something different, but yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining me on Preaching to the Choir, the Patriots edition. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting to see what happens down the line, especially at the draft. So we may have to come revisit, at some point, maybe during the season, or what happened with the Patriots during the first 5-6 weeks. We'll see. So like I said, appreciate you, Austin. Appreciate you, Amber, for joining me.
No problem. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Austin.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining me. We out.